Senator David Vitter was at a town hall event recently, and he made a few comments that people are just gawking at. Listen to this.
There is a First Amendment, and being able to approach your legislators and talk to them and lobby them, and quite frankly, being able to hire people to help you do that is a protected right.
It's all for war. I mean, the Koch brothers have paid so
Koch
much.
brothers.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Have paid so much money. To so much
I think the Koch brothers are two of the most patriotic Americans. Okay. Well, maybe this is a good example because I'll be honest with you. My reaction is God bless the Koch brothers. They're fighting for our freedom.
God bless the Koch brothers. They are some of the most patriotic people ever. They are fighting for our freedoms. That's what he just said right there. I don't know what's more upsetting, the fact that he said that and he actually believes that, or the fact that the audience was clapping. I mean, that has to be one of the most uneducated audiences there is. Unless they're billionaires, unless you're talking to a group of billionaires, because guess what? The Koch brothers probably represent billionaires pretty well. So let me give you some facts about the Koch brothers, and then you can decide for yourself if you think they are, in fact, some of the most patriotic people ever, and that God should bless the Koch brothers. Their daddy did business with the Nazis and with Stalin. Okay, we're not off to a great start here. But you might say, okay, they're not necessarily their dad, so why does that matter? Well, most of the money that they have, they inherited from their dad. So they are currently swimming in Nazi and communist blood-stained money. Now, their father was a pioneer in oil refining, and they, of course, inherited all their wealth like useless clowns. But just how much money do they make? Well, let me give you a few details here that are quite mind-blowing. In 2012 alone, Charles and David Koch each increased their personal wealth by $9 billion. That brought their total to each of them having $34 billion. That is so ungodly wealthy, it is probably more than some small countries. Now, let me break it down further for you just how much they made. There were 8,784 hours in 2012, which means that the Kochs were richer by $1,024,590 every single hour. If they take a 10-minute shower, they're richer by $171,000. If they flossed their teeth for 60 seconds, they made $17,706. If they spent 3.5 hours on a Sunday afternoon watching a football game, they each made $3.59 million. Now, while they're making this amount of ungodly wealth, they are bankrolling a movement to fight a minimum wage increase, even a small one, even the fight to raise it to $9 an hour, which is still well below a living wage. They fought that movement as they are making this amount of money. Does that sound patriotic to you? I don't think so. Not only that, they bankroll groups across the nation that fight to lower their taxes, subsidize them more, and deregulate so it allows them to pollute more. In fact, one of the companies that they own, they produce a chemical that is a well-known carcinogen. You might have heard of it. It's called formaldehyde. They actually produce formaldehyde, one of their companies does, and they're able to get away with it because they lobbied the EPA, and so basically the EPA is looking in the other direction as they produce it. But if that's not enough to show you their true character, how about the fact that they recently bankrolled a movement that tried to take away your 17th Amendment right to directly elect your senators? Yet again, that seems to me to be the opposite of patriotic. Because I think somebody who is American would believe in the idea of one man, one vote. But they said, no, we don't really like that. We're going to try to get rid of that. But here's a thought. I looked into Senator Vitter as well, to see why he might say what he said there about the Koch brothers, and I found out that over the course of his political career, he's taken a total of $25,997,787 in legal bribes. Of those bribes, the number one donor industry is oil and gas, the field, of course, that the Kochs are in. They've given $1,210,277 to him. Maybe that's why he thinks they're incredibly patriotic and that God should bless them, because they've given him over $1 million. Well, guess what? These guys might be great for David Vitter's bank account, but they're certainly not great for the United States of America, and neither is this idiot, this corrupt idiot, David Vitter.